over so you can stand on it. Come on. Climb up on there? Yeah. Ooh, it's windy. Ready? Do you see any eggs?
Eggs!
Are they down there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's slide you down. Hop down.
There's two there.
Yeah, Emma, look at me. Look at me. I'm going to slide the bucket down so you can reach easier. Hop down. Alright, here, let me hold these. Look how pretty. There we go. Okay, now, let me set this here. I'll lift it up.
See?
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Feel it.
Hold it up so I can see. Yeah.
Feel it.
Feel it. I can't feel it. I'm holding the camera. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, yeah. That is warm. Cool. Are there any more?
Yeah. One. This one got one.
Oh, yeah. Is that all?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's close it. Show me your eggs. How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Very good. A half dozen.
Mom, now we have to feed the cow.
We'll do the cows in a little bit. Here.
I'll make a wood fire.
Cooper's talking to you. He's a really good guard goose. Tick, 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 tick. You doing a pile for him? Okay.
I'm up and fire him. I got the little body and bring it to my house.
This is real life. We are all going to feed the cows.
Hi.
Are they coming?
Got it.
Slowly but surely.
Come on, cows.
They're coming. You don't have to holler at them anymore. Okay. All right. Keep that gate open so Mommy can come in too. Food. You need to close the gate so they can't get out.
I'm going to put the salt again.
What are you doing? Huh? You don't want to be on the camera? Sorry. Come on, girls. Man, they're slow moving. Today we're going to clean up this disaster behind me. You remember in our last video I talked about trying to save some of our broccoli florets that were still sprouting up side shoots and keeping them protected from the cold weather with our Agribon frost protectant. That didn't work. Everything froze, so now it's time to go ahead and rip all this out and get these beds ready to be planted with spring crops. It's hard to believe that it's that time already. We actually have our kale and Swiss chard and all of our tomatoes and onions all started in the house right now. It's Emma. We need to get those moved out to our nursery now that this big cold snap has passed us, but we're gonna hopefully get this cleaned up today. Emma's gonna help me as much as she can. Guaranteed she's gonna get distracted at some point, so we'll see how this goes. One thing I wanted to show, I said we were cropping these things out, which doesn't really mean that we're ripping them out of the ground. I actually went through yesterday and cut the base of the stems as close to the soil as I could. And that way we're just removing this upper portion of each plant. You want to leave the root systems of any previous crop intact in the soil, and then there's some methods which I can explain later, but basically you leave them there, and then you put down your soil amendments and your compost, and then cover it underneath your weed mat or underneath the silage tarp. And what that does is it helps break down the root systems that are there, and it maintains all of the healthy soil biology, the soil food web, all of the good stuff that's going to feed your crops. The less you can disturb that, the better it is for what you're growing. So we try really hard not to disrupt our beds by tilling or ripping things out of the ground. We want all that goodness to stay in as much as possible. So just a little tip. All right, progress. Let me turn you guys around so you can see. Got all the cauliflower out, all the broccoli out, and started on the cabbage. Emma is digging up clumps of grass and then some of our leftover beets. And I'm showing you guys this ugly, ugly bed space, just to be real. It's not pretty. We ended up leaving a lot of the things that were planted in here for our fall customers. We just let them go because we knew we'd be transitioning me to on-farm full-time, and at that point I was still working a full-time job outside of this, so something had to give, and it allowed us to focus on getting things in place so that I could quit that position and be here 24/7. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish cropping all of this out in front of me, and then we have an extra silage tarp that hasn't been put out yet. So after this is out and I take out the landscape fabric, we're going to reshape these beds, roll the flame weeder through it, kill off any existing weeds that are growing, and then hopefully get some of the weed seeds that might be just shallow in the topsoil here. But yeah, so if we can get all that done and get the beds reshaped and covered, this space will be completely ready to plant in about 2 weeks. Silage tarps are really awesome. So I think that is going to be the best way to handle this space and just get it looking pretty again. So. You have to what?
Get on into what's for.
Okay. What are we going to go do?
Go feed the cows.
Go feed the cows, and you're in your cow feeding outfit?
Yep.
Can you stand up and let me see? Hop down. Let me see. Or stand up on there. Yeah, y'all, I can't make this up. She's in Anna and Elsa jammies.
And Olaf jammies.
And Olaf jam, excuse me, I can't forget Olaf. And sparkly shoes. And she's ready to go feed the cows. Are you stealing my goldfish? Hey, Ollie. We're coming. Dinner time. Hey girls! And I am working on straightening out all of our exterior landscape barriers. They kind of got blown all to heck in the last week with the wind and whatnot, and they just need to be put in place. So let me show you kind of what I'm doing. Right, so this is the far north end of our bed space. I just pulled all of the bricks and things holding this tarp down, and I am re-straightening it and using actual real landscape pins instead of bricks this time. So the crazy part is, see those spots with the, right here, all the dirt and stuff? That's actually where dirt had gotten piled up on top of the fabric, and weed seed got in there and germinated, and I had to literally pull the roots up through they had grown through the tarp and into the ground. So I had to tear all that up. I'm gonna have to sweep that out of the way here in a bit, but there's my pile, and I'm gonna get started. Today we're planting all our onions. It's a little chilly out, but I just took my jacket off because I finished raking all of these beds and got a little sweaty. So Whitney is running the flame weeder down there. We have a little roller for it, but the hose attachment that hooks into the roller so you can kind of like vacuum weed everything, that needs to be repaired. So he's just got the hand torch, but it's worked so far. Emma's going to help me lay out our onion starts and get those in. First thing we need to do is add our soil amendments. And we've got our Tennessee brown rock for phosphorus, and then a brand new bag of alfalfa meal for our nitrogen. Normally we would add compost in with this, but we're kind of in a rush to get things in the ground before we go on a surprise vacation for our kids. So we're going to go with that, and we'll just top dress when we get back. But that's the plan for today. Hoping to at least get these 4 beds, if not this 5th one, planted and done. So let's go.
I would help her, but watching her struggle is way more fun. Put your back into it, honey! Well done.
On our way to check the nursery, I just got a notification that my temperature is up in here, so I'm gonna check on things and show you guys how it's looking and vent everything so it doesn't stay too hot in here. It's crazy. By 8:30, if I'm not out here and there's sun shining and no clouds, it can be 90 degrees in here, and in the 40s outside, so gotta watch it real close. We just potted up all of our tomatoes this weekend. They were ready for some bigger space, and honestly, they really need bigger than what we put them in. But this is what we have, and it's temporary. I'm hoping that when we get back from our vacation, all of these can just go ahead and go straight into the ground. There's no reason why they shouldn't. So different varieties that we have here. We're growing 2 heirloom varieties, Brandywine and Purple Cherokee. And then our big crop of red slicers, yeah, right here. These are our Galahads. They're a greenhouse variety. They're supposed to grow pretty uniform, heavy-weighted fruits, and since big red slicing tomatoes seem to be what everybody wants, we did a bunch of those. We also have some of our, I think these are them. These are either citrine, which is like a yellowish gold cherry tomato, and then cherry bomb. Those are our little red cherries, and I think that's these right here. Oh, no, that's citrine. Yeah, these are cherry bomb. So, but we've got that going on. I need to move these guys out into the sunshine. I put them under here, under this double layer of plastic, so it stays nice and warm in the evenings when it gets close to freezing still. So this is all of our second round of onions that needs to go in here in the next couple weeks. Bunching onions are there. Bunching onions. Swiss chard that I'm going to reseed because I don't like the way it looks. Kale looks great, but it needs some sunlight, so I need to move those. What you are not seeing in here is our whole shelf full of our, we've got snack peppers, bell peppers, shishitos, jalapenos, all of our basil, all of our, what am I forgetting? We've got 2 different varieties of lettuces. One's a head lettuce, one is a Salanova for lettuce mix. We've got all that started inside the house just because it's more consistent temperature for germination. And also since we're going to be out of town, I am not going to leave them in the greenhouse without me here to constantly go out and check. So they'll stay in the house till we get back, and then I can more closely monitor what's going on out here with temperatures and get them growing nice and healthy. So but that's just kind of a quick peek at what we've got out here. Oh, I forgot, I've got cucumbers right here. There's another full tray of these in the house as well. I put those under lights just because I didn't have enough room to fit anything else underneath this extra plastic at night. So not ideal to have everything in like 2 places. Some of it in our house and some of it out here, but we're making the best with what we've got. I would love to someday have a heated nursery tunnel so I don't have to worry about all the extra plastic and all that. But that'll come. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with what we've got going. It's about to get really, really, really real and really, really, really busy. So it's exciting, but also a little bit daunting. So stick along for the ride.